everybody. Welcome to Rivals of Waterdeep, episode 55, halfway through season 6. Episode 5. Short group, but we're still going to go around the table. We're still a small group? Yeah. Short group. I'm the only short one because both of y'all are
we're taller than you.
Yeah, I was about to say, what are you, like 6?
I'm 6 feet, yeah.
6 feet? And
yeah,
you're like
6'1".
Yeah, I'm 5'9". Okay, short DM. Short DM. So let's start with Brandon.
Okay, I'm so not used to it. Hi, hi, Brandon Stinnis. I play Ren Leodon. Pronouns for both me and Ren are he, him.
And I am Cicero Holmes. I play Perrin Underbow, your halfling bard. Both Perrin and my's pronouns are he, him. This is episode 55, also known as episode Dikembe Mutombo.
Okay, God. I thought you were going to say double nickel.
Oh my God.
Bring back horror memories as a Nick fan.
No. I was gonna just Dikembe Mutombo.
Okay. Yes.
No.
Dikembe.
No.
He did have that nice run with those, what were those, Geico commercials?
Yes.
That he was in, where he was just blocking people's
stuff.
In like the grocery store and stuff.
Yes.
No. Cool. Yeah, and I'm Shreep Jackson. I'm your short DM. I play all NPCs, including Shaka, Tiefling Warlock, pronouns he, him, and... if you did not catch the end of last episode, for some reason, last episode was Carlos and Serena's final episode with Rivals of Waterdeep. So it was very sad.
To say goodbye.
But that is why that is why they are not here. But I did talk to Carlos yesterday. They're safe in Los Angeles. They are settled in. They apparently live near like an IKEA and a bunch of other stores.
So,
nice. So they're just walking and grabbing all that stuff. And also Tanya, our paladin, our human paladin, Celise, is still out in LA as well.
Also, she's helping Carlos and Serena arrange their furniture.
Is that why she's out there?
Yeah, I think she went to IKEA and got some meatballs. As a housewarming gift for them.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought she was there on a USC fellowship. But
no.
Maybe that's a keyword for getting
Swedish meatballs.
Yes,
she's out there, or she probably already has.
What's that?
I would say that she probably already saw them while she's out there, or she's going to.
Yeah. I actually don't know because I know like LA's huge. So
LA is humongous.
Different neighborhoods or something. I don't know. So yes, exactly. For the Civic Media Fellowship.
Yes. AKA.
I love how like Tanya uses her own emotes.
Right.
Her own angry emote. That is great. That is fantastic. So it's only 3 of us, but we are still going to make it happen for. Actually, I think the last time it was 3 of us, it was just us 2, right?
Yeah, it was just us 3.
It was when we were.
It was the other way around.
There was a switcheroo. Of I think you were sitting here and I was sitting there, and.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was my first time actually being in the center chair DMing.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, that's right.
And it was
that's right.
Yeah, it was
Wasn't that season
a heck
1?
of a thing. Season 2, maybe?
Season
2?
Yeah,
season 2.
It was one of those.
Yeah, it was season 2 because it was still Carlos's season.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
It was mine. It was 3.
No,
it was 3.
No, it wasn't because you were here. Why would you? Yeah, you wouldn't DM.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I was thinking of when you DM'd
for you,
but that was a different time.
Yes.
That was more than 3 people. Sorry for us. I know this is very interesting to everyone that is watching live. All right, so let's talk about our cellar friends, people that endorse us and support us through the way. So let's start out with D&D Beyond. All of our character sheets, our source books, all that stuff are available on D&D Beyond. We like level up and we do all that great stuff. So if you go to dndbeyond.com, check out all the stuff that they have there. We will be giving away a legendary bundle in the chat, which is all of the 5e like material that they have. So if you are live watching the Twitch chat, there will be a code that appears in the chat soon. And if you type type that in. Remember that you have to be in the chat to win. I've seen a few times where like people have won, but they have disappeared.
Yeah.
So they were not able to claim that loot. So if you want that loot drop, you got to stay in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So go to dndbeyond.com, check them out, show them love. Our dice trays and vaults, as you see one here on the camera, are provided by Wormwood. So if you go to wormwoodgaming.com and use the code RIVALS, you can get free domestic shipping on your dice vaults, your dice trays, all that great stuff. And inside of here are wonderful, wonderful dice. I'm going to touch Cicero's dice because I know it'll make him mad.
Yeah.
Our dice are provided by Level Up Dice. And we are part of their Diceomancy program. So if you go to bit.ly/LUD Rivals of Waterdeep and you order dice and other things from there, it'll give us points. We will level up. We will get stuff from them and then possibly raffle them off to you as well. So make sure to use our Diceomancy link if you're making any purchases at Level Up Dice. Sure. We also have notebooks provided by the Rook and Raven, which mine is like under all this crap, but looks like that.
It does look like
Or
that.
like that. And yeah, I know.
That was too quick.
I know. It looks like that. And if you go to the rookandraven.com and use the code RIVALS, you can get 15% off one of these awesome notebooks where like you can take your notes, put down your spells, all that good stuff. And Eldritch Foundry. Last week we showed off our minis of our characters.
Yes.
We don't have them this week, but that's because they're being beautified. They're being painted. We are getting the glow up, you know?
Yes.
So we will be able to show those off when we get those all painted. And if you go to eldritch-foundry.com and order any minis there with the code RIVALSDND, you can get 10% off any purchase right now as you do it. Yeah. So cool. Yeah. And also I spot the Lady Tiefling in the chat. And just as a reminder, she will be joining us at our C2E2 live show on March 1st.
That is correct.
And staying with us through the rest of the season. So shout out to Latia in the chat.
No pressure.
No pressure. You just have to follow up Carlos and Serena. That's all.
Right, yeah.
That's all. You know?
That's it. Also, I want to give a shout out to our newest sponsor, Dunkin' and Dragons.
Dunkin' Dragons.
Dunkin' and Dragons. Do you like slam dunks?
Oh my God.
Do you like dragons? Dunkin' and Dragons.
Dunkin' and Dragons.
The official drink of Aaron Gordon.
Now you had
The
to
loser.
Make this happen at this point.
Yes.
Now it has to happen.
I might have to make up a vendor in Waterdeep.
Right.
Dragons.
Dunkin' and Dragons.
Yeah, Dunkin' and Dragons might pop up. Might be a pop-up store in the Great Market. All right, y'all ready to recap?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So previously on Rivals of Waterdeep, whoosh. That whoosh is the sound that Aaron Gordon made as he went up for his perfect dunks and then was cheated out of the dunk contest.
Cheated out of the dunk contest.
He made that noise
Yes.
as he skied through the air.
I like to report a robbery.
Yes. So what happened last episode besides Carlson and Serena leaving?
Oh,
It
well,
started with those three dudes, right? And,
Yeah.
That
Yep.
were fighting. And then didn't they just like
Yeah.
kind of scurry? over?
Yeah, well, I mean, they scurried because the roof got torn
the,
off.
The roof, yeah.
Like the roof
The
got
roof
torn
was
off.
almost on fire because there was a dragon.
Yeah,
That flew
exactly.
in.
So like that's what made them skedaddle because they recognized that their little rock paper scissors gag
Yeah,
was not going to fly
Yeah.
against the dragon that
They
does fly.
literally did not want that smoke.
Exactly. They did not want that smoke, so they bounced, and we saw on top of the dragon was Ashborn,
Yes.
who we have not seen in
Right.
4 episodes.
And
since,
Shaka.
Verdus.
And Shaka.
Yeah.
And Ashaka
Yeah,
riding
since we
that
left.
dragon.
Yeah, since we left Avernus.
Yeah.
So they got off the dragon, and Ash informed us that the dragon that they were flying on was her mommy.
Yep.
And her mother said that she had enough power to bring them back.
Yes.
So that they could figure out exactly what's going on with this goofy Avernus thing.
Yep.
With people trying to come to Avernus. And we went back to Troll Skull Manor.
Yes.
To deal with.
Yes. So like we went to Troll Skull Manor because Shaka and Ash mentioned that when they were like fighting demons and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
That people kept mentioning this person named
Thaddeus,
which is why they came back in the first place to figure out like what's going on.
Yeah.
We had him in that basement that entire time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so like Celise, like I think it was 2 episodes ago, locked him in a side office.
Right.
Bound him with some leather straps. And then so like we were like, oh yeah, let's go back there. What happened when you guys went back?
We saw a snail.
Yeah.
And it was there was like a circle of entrance people around a snail.
Yeah. So the same people that you saw like before,
right?
That Ren was dancing around,
yes,
that were like trying to get into that office were now like in this little orderly circle, and then Perrin was able to stealthily get a vantage point and saw that there was a little snail kind of going in a circle, inside of them.
And the snail was getting bigger, and then the slime from the snail looked like glass.
Yes, it was like little shards of glass.
And who was it? I guess it was Robbie and Shaka.
They went
to the back through the kitchen. To try and figure out exactly what was going on. And Robbie and his efforts to Robbie things made a lot of noise, which made all of the people get up and make their way towards the kitchen. And then the brother and sister of our group, Rin and Ash, decided, we're going to follow those people in and just join in this entrance conga line and walk into the kitchen as well.
Yeah, and then everybody got in the kitchen and they like scattered and started looking. So Ren and Ash
look at
also
their cabinet.
Scattered, started looking. Ash found Robbie hiding in a cabinet with like silverware. And they made it through without alerting people actually, which was pretty good.
Shaka, his arms open wide.
As they were in there, Perrin noticed that this snail was growing. So this snail had grown to about Perrin's size. Actually,
in a relatively short period of time.
Definitely in a relatively short time for sure. And then Duo did a little sneak attack on it because the Celise was leaning on the door that was to the office that she had last seen Thaddeus in, and then the line of people and the snake came up to the door. Duo sneak attacked it, and when he did that, you saw that the snake fell to the ground and morphed into a mutilated version of Thaddeus, Krieg. Then after that, we had to pull. Ash's mom had just enough magic to pull them back. So we all got to say bye to Ash.
Got to say goodbye to Ash,
which was a great moment. And then as the people that were entranced started to wake up, Robbie noticed his wife was in there.
What?
After all this time.
And it turns out that his wife has actually been doing her own investigations and actually been kind of trailing him, but giving him that space
to do their own thing. And now they're going to do their own version of Heart to Heart.
Exactly. It's like
a sports car.
Mr. What was that? Brad Pitt.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you almost had it, Brad Smith.
Yeah, Brad Smith. But no, that was different, though, because
they were trying to kill each other.
Well, like, they worked for different spy organizations.
I haven't seen that movie, though, but I heard it's good.
Oh, man, it's really good. It's really, really good. Yeah, spoilers for Mr. and Mrs. Smith. But Heart to Heart, for the young people out there, Heart to Heart was a 80s detective show that was helmed by a married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Hart. And they went on and solved mysteries together.
Yes.
So Robbie and his wife are now Robbie Hart. Robbie Hart, the name of Adam Sandler's character in The Wedding Singer.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
And
look
they
at
call themselves the Hart Foundation.
Yeah, right.
Also one of my favorite WWF groups back in the day. So, you know,
Yeah,
it is what it is.
So Carlos is not here, but never fear, I am here to
You are
derail,
here to derail and
us
bring up
with
random
pop
culture
culture
references.
references. There you go.
That only half people in the chat understand. So good job. Yeah, so that's where we ended with like the Avius on the ground.
Yeah.
Ash and Shaka went back to like Avernus, and Robbie left with his wife.
So the snail transmorged back into Thavius.
Yes.
So now Thavius is dead on the ground.
He is not dead yet.
He
He is
dead.
mutilated and on the ground.
Okay.
So he looks like he is dying.
Oh.
We have not stated. He is dead.
Definitively.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And
all right.
also, we have not gone into that office.
Right. Okay.
Right,
Well,
like the
yes.
office has been closed. It's
Right.
still, you know, like when Celeste left, she kind of rejiggered it so that it was still like kind of barricaded a little bit.
Right. Right.
And he was bound.
Yeah.
So we don't
know
maybe
anything.
We'll find out what happened if y'all
Rumors
ask
of
the
my
proper
death
if you ask the proper questions.
have been greatly exaggerated.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
May I have
Okay.
my dice, please?
Yes, you can. Actually, no, you can't.
All right. There we go. I love it. I love
Already
it.
starting taking dice.
Roll for dice.
Yeah, exactly. If you roll bad, you lose your dice. If you crit fail, you lose all your dice. That's the new rule. All right. So, did anything else come up last episode? You guys want to?
Did anything else come up that we need
you
to
guys
talk
wanna
about? No. Ninja Dust was 2 episodes ago.
Ninja Dust was 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
I will be nice and bring up some things that happened previously in the season that may come up again.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. Nice DM.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, because this is like, you know, the day in school when it's like a snow day, but the school is open and most of the kids don't come to school, and you're in your class with your teacher, and it's like you, the teacher, and 4 other kids. That's what Sharif
It
is gonna.
happens sometimes. I thought you were gonna say I'm like the fun sub. I'm like the young fun sub that comes in. I might even curse, guys. You know? When the sub curse, you're like, wow,
Don't tell.
this is cool.
Yeah.
So in the first episode, when we were in the city of the dead,
Yes.
right, we had an adventure when some mist came down,
That is correct.
and there were doppelgangers
Yes.
of us.
And we had to attack ourselves.
Yes, that we had to kind of match that up, and also, we had the sort of rock paper scissors.
Yes. So all of our fights so far this season have been different.
Yeah,
We've our attack strategies have to be modified.
Yes, so keep that in mind.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So we are going to start exactly where we ended last time, with Thavius on the ground. Shaka and Ash are gone. Robbie's gone. And there's some people that are kind of milling about because they have just sort of woken up from whatever spell they were under.
Right.
Also, I actually know one thing I forgot to mention. As we were going back to the manor, Corinne was sort of in back of us.
Yes.
Because he didn't want to investigate. Well, he basically was freaked out by this dragon and like he didn't want to be a part of it. He's not in the manor right now.
Oh, okay. So he's still outside, or
could be.
We
don't know.
We assume that he's still outside. So where is Celise at this particular moment?
So after she is still by the door.
By the door.
Yeah.
Rin was. Where is
I was in
Rin?
the kit. Oh no, I was
no,
on
you
the
came out of the kitchen. Everybody came out.
Everyone's in this room.
Right. Okay.
Everyone's in the main room.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
And like all you can hear Thavius now. On the ground.
Is anyone gonna check on him?
you sound particularly unwell, my friend.
Let me die.
That has been your wish for a long time, has it not?
Let me die. There is so much more that I can contribute.
Rin,
Yes.
I think it is most prudent if we don't give our adversaries exactly what it is that they want.
I agree. I think that there is some stuff that we need to find out about Thavius before
Let's
we just
finish the job.
So,
Yo, mama. he's like trying to goad you. He's like trying to goad you into killing him.
so,
Yo, mama's so fat.
can I like go over to him and try to like hold him?
Sure.
Like,
yeah,
just
like I hold him like
Yeah, hold him so he gets like sitting up.
Yeah. Okay.
Like try to help him not die.
like, prop him. Okay.
I don't want him to die fast.
Okay.
So
Okay. Yeah. So like you like walk over. I'm assuming you grab his back and try to put him
just
in
like
like a
hold him
sitting
up.
position.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's like, oh, that hurts.
you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
So Perrin goes into one of his bag and he pulls out a healing potion.
Okay.
And now that Rin has him sitting up, he pops the top of the healing potion and pours it down Thavius's throat.
Oh, so he does not want this. So
Yes.
you're gonna have to. Roll.
Yeah.
He does not want this.
So
we're.
Go ahead.
Well, how do you want to? Do you want to try to force it down? Are you just trying to pour it and see if he takes it? Like,
So Perrin's going towards him.
Okay.
With the healing potion,
and like he is like shaking his head and like kind of trying to turn his head away from you.
All right. Perrin
as if your mom is trying to give you like Robitussin or something or something.
Perrin casts suggestion.
Oh.
On Thavius.
Okay.
It would behoove you to heal yourself. And he has a wisdom saving throw of 16.
Yeah, he rolled a 5.
All right.
Oh.
So
like he's like,
please drink this in good health.
All right. So he is trying to restrain himself, but the suggestion is just overpowering him. So he's kind of like slowly turning back. He like looks like he's trying to like resist it. He's slowly turning back, and then he does sort of very barely open his mouth, just enough for you to pour the healing potion in.
So he pours it.
What is the strength of the potion? Is it like a all HP? Is it a roll? Is it
I
a
think
roll for
this was half HP.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So he gets half of his HP back.
Okay.
So it's not like he's still looking pretty bad.
Right.
But
he doesn't look close to death now.
Yeah. Duo sees this and like he's like, Perrin, what are you doing? We gotta take care of him.
That's pretty good. That's
And
That's
well, I
pretty
mean,
good.
I did play Duo previously, you know.
That was a pretty good duo.
And Duo is going to attempt to stab Thavius.
Oh my god!
Because like Thavius took his manor,
Right.
right? He attacked his people,
Right.
so he's gonna try to stab him. I will give you a chance to intervene.
Yes, I would like to block Duo from trying to stab him.
Then he'll like stab you, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
I'm willing to take it.
Okay, how do you want to stop him? Do you want to like how do?
Because like Duo's right in front, right? And,
Yeah,
like,
you're all within like reaching distance of each other.
Well, okay, so if that is like this, can I try to like kick like whatever he has his head out? Kick up?
Okay.
Because he's short, so.
Okay, yeah. So if you're so roll dexterity because like you're kind of like aiming for a specific thing to kick.
Okay. Let me make sure. Okay. Ooh. All right, let's see. Please be good. Oof. Okay, I got a wait. That is a 10.
Okay. So you don't kick it out of his hand, but you kick it just enough that he does that like the knife does not hit Thaddeus's chest.
Okay.
So
okay.
so like it like goes right on the side of it.
Oh.
Ew.
Oh, boy.
Ren, what do you Ren? Just stop. This,
Yo, we have to.
he took my house.
We can figure that out
I made
later.
this house for y'all.
We have to get all the answers we can. There's a reason why Ash and Shaka came here for him. We got to find that out first.
I don't care about that. He's got to go.
He will go. But first, we need the information.
Information?
Exactly.
I got some information for you. He's gonna go stab again.
Oh my god!
Once again, I'll give either of you a chance to do something. Because he is bloodthirsty right now.
Right.
This is the guy that messed with his manor.
So Perrin is going to he still has the bottle from the healing potion in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to cast light on the bottle.
Okay.
And throw it at Duo.
Okay.
Yes.
You're gonna throw a lit bottle at him?
No, I'm gonna throw a bright bottle at him. It's like just a light.
This is a glass bottle, right?
This is a light projectile. I'm not throwing it to injure him.
You are going to injure him if you throw a bottle at him. Which, if that's what you want to do, that's fine.
Right.
But if you're throwing a bottle, like you're gonna deal some damage to him. I mean, you're not gonna kill him. I'm just saying, like, if that's what you think it will take to do it, then let's do it.
Oh damn!
All right. So he is not. Perrin is not trying to injure Duo, so he is going to throw it at his feet.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right. Yeah.
He casts light, and this thing.
Yeah, it's really bright.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and he throws it at his feet. Okay. Do I have to roll?
Yeah. I would say that's a dex roll as well because you're aiming for a specific, specific area.
26.
Okay. Yeah, it goes exactly where you want it to go.
Right.
Do you want to be like in between his feet, like in front of him a little bit, like?
Yeah. So
where do you want it to be?
Yeah. So it's going to be in front of him, but it's the whole point is that it's bright enough that it immediately draws everyone's attention to it.
Okay.
So like whatever you're doing, you're going to stop what you're doing to pay attention to what's going on there.
Okay.
And Perrin says, Duo, I said, stop. And he throws it.
So as you throw it, it hits the ground. It shatters. Right. And like Duo stops in the track and says, whoa, Perrin. Come on, man.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
You know what I'm doing.
Exactly. And you need to stop. The promise will be kept that once we get what we want, you will get what you want.
Oh, y'all never let me have any fun. He goes off in the corner. He's very angry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He is steaming right now, but he does stop and walk away.
All right.
All right. At this point, Thaddeus, he's been healed a little bit, so he's still, not looking great, but his voice is kind of back, and he can kind of function a little more. So you're still holding him?
Yeah, I'm still holding.
Okay, so he is trying to get out of your grip and try to stand up on his own. Do you allow him to do so?
Oh, jeez. Is he, like he's trying to stand up, or is he trying to like run?
No. He's just trying to get out of your grip and he's trying to support himself. Basically.
Okay. I'll let him go, but I'm a little just watching him just in case if he tries to run. All right. I'll let him get up.
All right.
I'll stand right behind him just in case.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I'll grab him.
I imagine like you're getting up with him.
Yeah.
So as he's getting up, you're just right behind him. Yeah. Just right over his shoulder. So he kind of gets up and kind of stumbles up. It's not a clean get up, but he gets up like, oh, and then he's And then he looks at the other people that are kind of wandering around, right? Because like they're, just woken up. And like he's like, Gideon, where are you, Gideon? Gideon. And he just keeps repeating Gideon as he's looking around the room.
My friend, do you see that pretty urchin over there? And Perrin points at Duo.
Okay.
He will give you what it is that you desire if you give us what it is that we desire.
Oh, what do you desire?
Answers.
Answers to what?
Well, what does anyone desire answers to but their questions, of course?
Look, here's the deal. I came here from El Turel looking for a place to set up after my city, I just didn't want to live there anymore. I found this manor. I went through the appropriate means to get it. And I have it. And then before I know it, y'all came in and just messed us up.
Well, there is parcels to unpack right there.
Oh, very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you very much. The first being, Elturel was the place that you once dwelled. It's kind of a rhyme, but Elturel was the place.
What's Elturel? Where I was raised.
Right, where I once dwelled. Elturel, where the players dwell.
Very good.
Elturel was the place where you once dwelled, but it no longer exists. What part did you play in that?
What do you mean it no longer exists?
Well, the land exists, but the people do not.
All right, so he previously had this kind of innocent look, and you see his facial expression just change and get more serious, and then he says, "Who have you been talking to?"
Well, as I said previously, perhaps it was unheard, but we ask the questions, and you provide the answers.
Well, apparently you know what's going on, so let's just cut to the chase here.
Well, you've done something to Elturel. I want to know what it is.
Elturel was a sacrifice that needed to be made.
And what was that sacrifice?
Okay, so he is kind of like he's kind of looking up and kind of thinking about it, and then he's like, look, what the sacrifice was not important. All you need to know is that Waterdeep will be no more soon, and if you want to be on the right side, I can make a position for you.
Ugh. How do we know that you're on the right side?
Well, that's relative. Right? I mean, like people that defend justice think they're on the right side. People that defend injustice think they're on the right side. So it's just a choice. There is no right or wrong. It's just a choice. I made my choice.
Master Thavius, perhaps we have not been introduced. I am Perrin Underbow, Bard Extraordinaire. And I would say that it's particularly unwise to make an enemy out of me.
I already know who you are.
Then you should know not to dally with me.
Look.
Because there are things that are worse than death.
Look, I know what y'all did to Haruman, okay? It's not a secret, all right? But just know that Haruman is one person. I am myself, and I am bigger than death.
I feel like Ren
And
comes.
then he begins to try to walk toward the door to the manor. Like the door that goes out of the manor.
Can I try to grab him and then like?
Yeah,
I don't. I think no. I do have like I have daggers. So is there a way I can just like kind of put dagger to his throat
okay.
and
So
try
it's
to
like,
stop him?
like it's a hostage kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he is trying to walk. He's still weak though. So you'd have to make a strength roll if you want to like grab
Okay.
him.
Let me do that. Okay.
I'm gonna give him a strength roll at disadvantage because he is healed, but not like fully. He's not like fully back at it.
Okay. Okay, so I got 17.
All right, he got an 11. Okay, so tell me how you grab him.
So as he's walking away, Red takes out his dagger and it grabs him by the neck. And he said, Perrin is not someone you should mess with. If he's telling you that you have things to worry about more than death, you should pay attention to what he's saying.
Little elf. What are you going to do with that dagger?
Well,
Will you do what needs to be done? I don't see it in your eyes. I don't think you'll do it. And as you have him, he is trying to get out of your. He's not like just standing there like scared. He's like trying to like wiggle his way out of you, and like he's like, I do not fear death. If you do what needs to be done, then do it. And
you're just trying to get us to kill you. That's what you're trying to do.
You'll see what happens.
Oh.
So Perrin looks at Rin and Perrin, he slowly, you guys have seen this before, Perrin smiles in a way that isn't pleasant. It's kind of, for those of you who need a mental image, think of the Grinch when the Grinch starts to smile.
Yeah.
That is
what, like a Cheshire cat kind of
yeah.
thing, right?
So, and so Perrin looks up at Rin, who is now holding Thavius, and he winks at him. And Perrin says, Thavius, prepare for pain unimaginable. And he casts Dissonant Whispers on Thavius. Thavius needs to perform a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. It's like 16 or something?
16.
All right. Ooh, he does not pass. He rolled a 15. Almost.
Ooh. Oh, almost.
Almost.
Almost. Wow, that's pretty good. So, oh gosh. Uh-oh. Oh man. Oh, geez, I didn't want to do this much.
Oh.
So Perrin cast Dissonant Whispers for 20 points of damage.
Okay. On already weakened.
Yes, on Thavius.
Okay. Well,
So,
what do you say?
well, he said pain unimaginable. So he whispers.
that's it.
That was it. Yes,
Okay.
pain unimaginable.
Okay.
And so at this point, it's 20 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
So as he is writhing in pain, Perrin looks at him in the eye. It's kind of weird because Perrin is a halfling and Thavius is not.
Yeah, but he's like buckled over.
Right. Thavius realizes he is looking Perrin in the eye right now, and it doesn't seem possible. And Perrin says to him, I told you, my friend, that there are things that are worse than death. And those things are named Perrin Underbow. Now, it is your turn to do what I asked, my friend.
All right. So he is looking at you. He is looks like he's struggling to keep himself up. So like he's looking at you, he's buckled over, and he falls to the ground. Like sort of like he's not completely splayed, but he kind of falls on his stomach.
Right.
And like he is just like on the ground. He's not looking up. He's just like on the ground looking down. At this point, Celise has just been like watching this.
Right.
Because like she's kind of like letting y'all have your fun. And she says, wait a minute. And she tries to jimmy open the office door.
Sure.
And she gets it open. Roll perception, Chris. Because like you hear this thing open.
Dirty 21.
Okay.
I got a 11.
All right. So Perrin hears a voice that says, gotcha. And then you see Celise very quickly go into this room, almost like she's being pulled into the room.
Oh, wow.
And the door slams shut.
So Perrin stands over Thavius, who's splayed on the ground, face down, and he gets up closely to his ear. And he says, you will tell me everything I want to know, and I will make the pain stop.
All right. When you say that, you feel somebody like tugging at like the bottom of your pantaloon.
Yes.
I don't know what you'd exactly be wearing.
Your trousers.
Yeah, exactly. like your sans-culottes.
Right. Your knickers.
And like all you hear is like, I mean, you could have just let me stab him, and this would have been like I don't want to torture the guy. I just want to get rid of him. Just let me stab him. What are you doing?
Well, my friend, there are more than one way to skin a cat. Or, in this case, to shell a snail.
Oh, you're very creepy. I just want to get revenge. It just seems like you're getting off on this.
No. I just want to get information. And sometimes you need to persuade unwilling recipients to get that information. You saw that PU. That was
very good. Oh, this is a good PU session so far.
Pretty good PU.
You must have been practicing. You must have been practicing.
I was gonna. So
What's up?
Red did see Celise like just going there. Right?
So because you rolled in perception, you were like looking at like Thavius, so you heard Celise open the door, but only Perrin actually looked up and saw what happened.
Oh, okay. So I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
To you, it just sounded like she opened the door and then you heard it close, so she like went in.
Rin, something happened to Celise.
Oh, she's not here. Wait, what? Did she open the door?
Yes, and I think what she found was possibly unsuspecting. Or unsuspected, which would be a better PU.
No, that was good.
So
I'll check it out.
yeah,
I'll check it out.
well then,
By yourself, Joe? Are you gonna be okay doing this?
I mean, you doubting me? Like what?
Well, you are pretty angry, so I think your anger will help out this situation very
I
much.
caused this whole thing. I stabbed a snail.
All right. You know what, Joe? If you want to do
I
that,
just saw you creeping on the wall, just like not doing anything.
If
I
you
took
wanna,
action.
If you want to be the hero, I will let you go and do that. We still have to figure out what's going on with Thavius before you do anything.
All right, he marches. Duo begins to march to the door, but as he's marching, he's like, I can't believe that these guys, they don't think I can do it. Like I stabbed the snail, I did all this. So like he's like saying that, and he's trying to like hype himself up, you know. So yeah, he's like surprised, angry, and happy that he gets to do it at the same time. A mix of emotions, Duo is. Yeah, so he's marching over to it. Thavius has not moved since he hit the ground.
okay. has. It's clear that he's still alive, though. Yes,
you can check.
Well, I mean, I did whisper in his ear. Did he like react or respond to the fact that I was whispering in his ear?
He didn't react to anything you did after the dissonant whisper. Well, after he hit the ground.
After he hit the ground. Okay. So, Perrin is going to take out his rapier and try to flip him. He's not going to touch him. Like, he's not going to physically touch him with his body, but he's going to take his rapier out.
You just want to like flip him on his back?
Yeah, on his back. Yeah.
I don't know if your rapier can.
Well, like, so he's.
I think you would have to touch him. You'd have to like.
Right.
Because he's like a person.
Yes.
Like he weighs.
Yes.
I don't think you'd be able to flip him with your rapier unless you rolled like a nat 20 or something.
Want to try it?
So like you could try it, or you could touch him and you could lift him with a lot lower roll.
I could.
So or like Rin could help you.
Rin could help
you guys could.
But Perrin's enjoying himself right now.
Perrin's feeling himself. I got it.
And so Perrin is going to take his rapier and try and flip him.
I will say if you roll a 17 or higher, you will flip him with the rapier.
What would I use as a modifier?
Oh, it will be strength for sure.
Strength? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Perrin does not. He rolled a 6.
Okay.
So does he stab him?
No. You don't stab him. You have to roll lower than that. But I'll say that as you're in your mind, you're trying to calculate what torque you would need to rotate him. Because everybody knows it's force times the radial distance.
Right.
Thing.
Yes.
So,
like, everybody knows.
But you
that.
messed it up, and
right.
like, you were like, "Oh man, like my radial distance wrong."
Yes.
So you like move him.
Yes.
But it doesn't flip him over.
Okay.
So like he like kind of goes up a little bit, but then falls back down. As he falls down, though, you notice that he is not reacting to this at all.
Okay.
Like he looks like he is a corpse.
That is
like he falls over and then falls back down, like kind of violently.
That was
the ground.
That was what I. That's what Perrin wanted to find out. He wanted to determine if he was still moving. So now Perrin decides that whatever's going on with Thavius, either he is dead, which would be bad, potentially, or he is playing possum, which could be bad if we just leave him alone. But we're going to leave him alone anyway. But before we leave him alone, Perrin casts Hold Monster on Thavius.
Okay.
Again.
Okay.
And Thavius needs to roll a wisdom saving throw again of 16. Third time's a charm.
You hold him.
All right. Thavius is held. So while Thavius is held, Perrin is now going to go over and investigate what happened to Celise with Duo.
Okay. You have to concentrate for hold.
It is,
right?
yeah, it is concentration. So there's nothing I can do when I get there.
Okay. All right.
But,
I will allow it.
Okay.
I think technically you have to like you can't move.
Oh, really?
I think.
Right.
But whatever. We'll just have you walk over. Sure.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So Duo. So what do you do? If,
because those people are still wandering around, right, in that area.
Yes. They are wandering around, but they don't seem to react to what is going on.
Okay.
Meaning, a kobold threatening to stab a guy, and then a guy falling to the ground. They don't seem to be. You might think that they might say what's going on, or start screaming, or run out, or like something like that woman that you guys like dispelled magic on, and she like ran away. You might think something like that happened, but you haven't noticed any of that.
I don't know.
They're just kind of milling around.
My managerial skills are coming into play. I feel like I want to check in. I want to check in on them and at least to see if they know what's going on or where they're or how they know, like if they knew anything before this happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me what kind of person? So there's a wide variety of people here. What kind of person do you want to?
Is that guy with the fancy clothes still there?
He is still there. Yes.
Okay, I want to try to see if I could get talk to him.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. He is by. There's sort of a mantle that has different pictures on it. There's a picture of Leaf and his daughters. Edwin's on there as well, like the granddad that we fought at the end of season 4. There's all these family pictures of people that have been in the inn, and he's kind of just milling about there, he's looking at the pictures.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk over to him and say, are you okay? Everybody kind of just woke up, and I was just trying to make sure everybody gets what they need. I'm the manager here at the Airbnb, so if anything that you need, I can help you out. Do you remember anything before you woke up?
What are you talking about? I had a couple of drinks, but
do you remember things before you got a little bit too toasty, sir?
Sure. I went to work. I decided to go out for a weekend. I heard about this cool place. I came here. I had some drinks, and I might have passed out or something. But why you on me like this, man?
Oh, because I'm the manager here, and I had to check in on all of our guests who are just here and haven't spent a dime on any rooms here.
You're the manager?
Yes.
You don't look. Are you sure? Because you're not outfitted like a manager.
It's my day off. They called me to come in. So I didn't get to always put on the manager uniform on my days off.
Sure. And then he goes back to looking at the pictures.
Okay. I feel like he's not gonna give me too much information, so I'm just.
You could press him if you want. It's up to you.
I'm gonna offer him a drink, another drink, just to be, thank you for staying and not causing any trouble. I appreciate it. We have had a lot of recklessness happening the last few hours, but I appreciate you stopping by. And if you want to stay with us, you have more than enough. You can stay with us if you would like, but you do have to pay us.
Well, sure, but wait, you say you were offering him a drink, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so all right. So I'm assuming that you did offer him a drink.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he's like, now we're talking.
There you go.
Yeah, I can't say no to that, right?
You can.
You know what I mean. He starts to nudge you a little bit.
Yeah, we have great rooms that are open for as long as you like.
Great. I'll take a Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple. Okay, I guess I will go create that really quick.
Chop chop.
Oh.
Okay, sir. Well, we're gonna sit you here for a second. I'll try to see if we can get one of the staff members to get you one of those.
Thank you. I've always heard about the great service here.
Great. So make sure you tell your friends.
I would expect that expeditiously. Thank you.
Okay. And then in Red's head, he's thinking about it because he knows this guy's dressed all fancy, so he has to make sure that the mansion looks good and stays good. And he's like, okay, I'll go ahead and make that. I will be right back.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. So should I make my way to the kitchen? I'm gonna go to the kitchen.
You tell me what you want to do.
I'm gonna go to the kitchen. Ren has no idea how to make a Shirley Temple, so this could be very interesting.
All right. So as you go so when you open the kitchen, first of all, you see everything's open and sort of scattered around, because when you went in with the people, they dispersed and were looking for the person that made the noise, which was Robbie. So everything's a mess.
Oh boy.
Right? Everything's a mess. So what are you gonna do?
So Ren is gonna try to guess what he thinks the Shirley Temple is.
Okay.
He has no idea there is not alcohol in it. So he grabs the fanciest glass he sees.
Well, there is alcohol here.
Well, Shirley Temple is non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
But he
I know, but
he doesn't know that.
Yeah.
But Rin, I don't think Rin knows that.
And Shirley Temple, of course, is spelled Surely, comma
yes,
Temple.
that's the trademark.
Yes, maybe with a question mark too.
Shirley Temple. Okay, so what do you make him? Well, I'll tell you what. Either you can tell me what you make him, or you can roll, and if you roll high, you will make exactly what he wants.
Oh wow!
So
No,
so you
I
can choose.
I wanna make him.
Choose what
Yeah, I
you
want to make him a drink, but think it's like because Red thinks it's an alcoholic drink.
do. Yep.
So I want to try to guess how to make it.
Okay.
So I want to try to guess that.
Okay. All right. What? Yeah. So either you can guess something,
Yeah.
or you can like roll, and it'll be either what he likes or what he hates.
Okay, I'll roll.
Okay. Yeah, let's
Okay,
do it.
I'll roll for that. So like what? Oh, you said how? Okay. Oh, let's see.
I hope it's what.
13.
13. Okay. All right. So you guess like, oh, maybe. Well, tell me. Yeah. What's your guess?
The
for
first thing, because
what's your guess?
Ren would assume it's like a darker liquor, so like there'd be like whiskey, right? We have whiskey there. I'm
There's whiskey
assuming?
there.
So we're gonna throw some whiskey, little whiskey with some. We have ice, yeah, because we had ice.
Are you measuring the whiskey, or you just?
Oh, no, he's just assuming. He's just assuming. So he's some whiskey with some ice.
All right.
He also feels like it's like kind of like a tropical drink.
Okay.
So like we have limes.
Duo his
anywhere?
deck display. Actually, Duo he runs in.
Oh, okay.
He like runs in. He's like, hey, I mean, I heard you were making a drink.
Yeah, we're making.
I mean, you know, I make drinks.
Oh,
How
do you
come
know-
this is my manor.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Did you forget?
True.
I got
Yes.
the deed to this place. I know where all the stuff is.
Do you have a lime and an orange?
All right, so he runs around. He's like, oh, this is a mess. But he finds a lime and an orange.
Oh, Gary.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh,
yeah, that's right, Rin.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's right. Why I was thinking of a lime. Okay. So okay. So
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it really surprises Duo. He's like, Rin, I mean, I guess you really want a drink, but I thought you were kind of partial to the limes here.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen. Can you put that lime away, please? I will just take the orange. Just give me the orange.
He puts the lime away. He's just like, okay.
Okay, thank you.
And he brings you 2 lemons.
Okay, that's
Two
better.
lemons.
Okay, I think these will be great. So, like, I want to slice. He's gonna slice them in half and then put like 1/2 of the orange and 1/2 of the lemon, like in the cup.
Okay.
So it's
I
like,
will say the cup is big enough. It's like a mug.
yeah.
And you're putting them in with the skin on them.
Yeah, with the skin on
so
it.
You're putting them in with the skin on it. Okay. All right.
And then like he's gonna find a leaf from a plant and then like take it off and then put it in the drink as like a garnish.
Okay. Like a dirt. You know what? Roll investigation, because I want to see if you find like a nice looking that would actually be a garnish, or like a dirty.
Okay. 17.
Okay, yeah. You actually find garnish.
Okay.
You actually find garnish.
Perfect.
Duo is like kind of shocked. He's like, "Whoa, how'd you know like where the garnish was? I just bought that garnish. How'd you know it was here?"
You know, perfection is just a part of my being.
Okay, all right. I just need to do a taste test. Okay, I just need to do a taste test. Come on, give me.
Okay.
Give me.
Okay, try it
All right.
out.
So
Let me know what you think.
he takes a little sip, and like he like says, "Ren, I really like this, but I'm weird. So, and I don't have much of a palate. Like, I'll eat anything. I lived on the streets. I like it, but maybe this is just garbage."
If you like it, I'm sure he's gonna like it.
Okay, he looks kind of fancy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we put the fancy stuff here. We have garnish. We have an orange. We have a lime in here. I mean, a lemon in here. The cup is very fancy. Who would not like this drink?
Oh man, you know what? I think you know what you're talking about. You know what?
I always do.
All right, so he gives you back the drink. Do you bring it out?
Oh yeah, like I have it on like a little little serving table.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. You find a little platter, and you bring it out. Okay. He is still around these like the like photos. What do you say to him?
I go up to him and was like, well, sir, we have your Shirley Temple here. Unfortunately, we have to go find some of our other guests who have disappeared from the manor. But have this drink. If you need anything else, let us know, and then I'll be around if you have any questions.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, enjoy. I'm kind of jealous that I don't have that drink myself.
Well, I mean, I'll be willing to share it with
Oh
you.
no. It's all yours. It's all yours. Trust me. I have to respect all the guests here, and you asked for it, and we want to make sure you have a great experience at the Scare B&B.
Oh, thank you. I will include this on my Yelp review.
Yes.
Yelp.
Tell all your friends. Tell all your friends.
All right. Okay. So as all these shenanigans are going on, Corinne has wandered back into the manor.
To the front door.
Yes. So,
Has he been noticed?
You would notice him since you're pretty close.
All right. Well, I was
the
going
front door?
towards the back.
Yeah.
To check on
Yes.
Celeste.
But like you would have noticed.
Okay.
Somebody came in and like you would have turned around and seen
him.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So like he wanders in, and he goes up to Thavius, pulls out a sword.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. He stabs Thavius in the back of the neck.
Oh, my God.
So as he is walking up, Perrin sees him. He pulls out his sword, and before Perrin can say no, he has stabbed him in the back of the neck.
He stabs him in the back of the neck. And then he says, I think we're done here. Let's get out of here. I have a tip.
Perrin is beside himself, and he says, he looks at him and he says, you pitiful underling. Do you know how much trouble I've gone through to keep him not dead?
How dare you?
How dare
How
I?
dare you?
How dare I?
My family's house was just destroyed. Destroyed.
Well, they didn't seem to particularly like you, so I think that
Family is still family.
Yes, indeed.
He has been responsible for a lot of bad going on. I don't know what's happening in here. I saw a dragon come down. You started talking to people that came through a portal. Look, I don't know what y'all do. Okay, Knock Knock has told me this is proven to be way worse than anything he has ever said. But I wanted to do one thing that is good. He needed to go.
Well,
now we need to go.
Well, first off, we don't know if what you did was good. What you did was a thing. A thing is only good or bad based on your perception. And my perception of what you've done was not good. Secondly, we can't go because we are all not here. Do you see our paladin around?
No.
Exactly.
How does that change anything? My family's, I don't even know if they're even alive anymore. Whatever, that dragon destroyed our house. I have nowhere to go.
One thing that our friend Knock Knock told me about elves was that they were wise. Perhaps the universe has allowed that wisdom to skip a generation, Master Corinne?
Master. Oh. He's like, Master. Speaking of perception, roll perception, Perrin. I'll say not Ren because you are engrossed with the fancy guy.
23.
All right. You look down and you see Corinne's sword in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't see the heaviest. But you do see kind of an imprint in the ground.
Right.
Looks very similar to when the... Well, actually, you wouldn't... Well, no, you wouldn't notice this. There was an imprint around where the woman that Robbie freed, when she melted into the ground,
right.
There was still a small imprint in front of the door. Similar imprint here.
Corinne.
I don't know what's going on here, but he needed to die. And there's more that need to die, and I know where.
Where, Corinne?
There's only one family that can be, if not behind this, associated with this. And I've had my doubts about them. I told you I needed your help with something.
Very well. But partnership is universal. It is a two-way street.
Don't try to mess up my anger with PUs. Sorry, I just couldn't resist.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
But it is a two-way street. Well, yeah, I don't know. There are no one-way streets in Waterdeep.
You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of traffic. There could be like one caravan, like one horse-drawn carriage streets.
Yeah. But
yeah.
So if I were to help you, that would imply that you would too help me or help us. And right now, what we need is your patience unbridled.
Look, we're just get the paladin and let's get out of here.
Well,
and the kobold, like wherever he is. I don't even know if he does anything.
Absolutely. But
and like, where's that dragon? Like, what is going on? Somebody tell me what the hell is happening.
In due time, patience, my friend. But first, tell us, who is this family that we must find?
What do you know about the Castellantis?
Only that they are a great and powerful family that have never heard the delectable sounds of Paramount.
Well, how do you think they got great and powerful? You think it was all honesty?
Really?
You think they did the right thing?
Really? The great and powerful become great and powerful by being honest?
Exactly. And I will tell you, as someone that grew up in this world, there were a lot of rumors about them, and I think they might be true given what's going on. I know you haven't been outside this manor, but I've been going around, and things are getting creepy around here.
Well, please understand, the first thing that we must do is find my family, find Celise.
Well, where is she?
Exactly. Where is she?
She was in. I saw y'all go in here.
Yes, and then she opened a door. And something unexpected happened.
Well, let's go get her.
Well,
what door? Show me the door.
And Perrin points at the door.
All right. He's going to disengage from the conversation with you and walk over to the door.
Yeah. So before... as Corinne walks towards the door, Perrin stays for a second and he looks at the spot where the sword is and Thavius isn't, and sees this outline, and he cocks an eyebrow as a way to say, Perrin will remember this. Shout out to what are those games?
Like the Telltale
Telltale,
Games?
yeah. Shout out
Where,
to
like,
Telltale
in the,
Games.
in the
yeah.
upper right is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Clementine. We'll remember this.
Yeah. Shout out to Telltale Games. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's parents putting a pin in that. He will revisit that, and then he walks over to the door.
Okay. Ren, I'll say that you can't you hear Corinne yelling.
Mm-hmm.
You can't quite you can't hear the words though. You just see that it looks like Perrin and Corinne are in a argument, and then you see Corinne start to walk away and walk toward the last door that you saw that Celise was around.
Do I see the sword on the ground?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You see a sword on the ground. Yes. But you don't know what happened, but you don't see Thavius.
Wait,
You
where?
just see a sword on the ground.
Where's Thavius? What happened?
That is undetermined. Corinne, in his infinite wisdom, decided the best and most prudent strategy would be to stab our subdued adversary
Yes, it's called being a hero. Try it sometime.
in the neck.
Try it sometime. You got to end stuff.
We worked so hard to try to make sure that man didn't die.
Why?
And then you just stabbed him.
Why
We
are you
needed
trying?
information?
We can get information.
Are
I
you
can
going to give
get
us the
information.
information that we just lost?
We can find information, but people like that can't be. They will always try to trick you. They will always try to get over on you. They need to be taken care of.
But how can we trust you?
So he turns around and he kind of puts his hand on his sword and said, "Trust me. I trusted you with a secret that I haven't shared with hardly anyone, that I was related to the family here, to the noble families of a Waterdeep. And what did I get for it? My house is gone. My family's probably dead. I put my trust in you, and look what happened. The least you can do is put your trust in me."
Well, we got to find Celise first before I can fully trust you, sir. Because I don't know where she's at.
Fine, I understand. Let's try to get this door open. So he is trying to, traditionally trying to open the door. What are you guys doing while he's trying to open the door?
Perrin looks at Rin and he says, "Rin, good line of questioning there. There seems to be pranksters unseen all around us. Perhaps Thavius is not dead, and the creature that we tried to save was not the creature that we wanted to save." And then he looks back at the door. Perrin does.
All right.
I want to try to help open that door.
Okay. How do you want to help?
It's just like a door with a knob, right? Or is
it is it's a heavy door with a knob. It's the regular looking door.
Yeah. I'll just try to.
He is trying to do it. He is turning the knob. He's pushing it. He's pulling it. He's trying what you would expect somebody to try to do to open a door.
I'm gonna push him out the way. He's like, "Oh, I got this." Okay, clearly you don't know how to open a door.
Okay, he's not going to let you push him out the way. So you will have to
Okay, can we do
strength him out of the way, and
Okay.
he will not be happy. But you could try.
All right, let's see.
All right, he rolled a 13.
It's an elf down.
A 2.
Did you roll a 1?
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
In my presence?
Okay, so
You're right there.
No, of course you did not.
Okay.
Right. So Perrin, he sees what Rin is about to do, and Rin looks back at him, and he looks unsure, and then Perrin, his eyes narrow, and he gives Rin a short nod, and that imbues Ren with more strength and resolve.
I hope so. Let's see.
Ren rolls again.
Let's hope it's not a 1. Yep. Okay, that's okay. 17.
All right, so you beat him. So tell me how you shove him out the way.
So yeah, Ren's saying, you don't know how to open a door. Let me handle this. Let the heroes really take care of this business. And just like
so, like a one-handed kind of.
Like,
okay, all right. So yeah, you shove him. He falls on the ground and says, "Oh, fine. Well, just get it open then."
now, hopefully, I can open the door though.
All right. Tell me how you try to open it.
So Red's gonna try to open it the normal way, but sees that you can't really open it. So he turns around and is like looking at Corinne and just like trying to do it from behind, so he looks like he knows what he's doing. He's just like, oh yeah, it just takes a second. You gotta wiggle it and stuff. You gotta wiggle the knob.
Okay.
And then I guess like, well, I had to roll to see if I could open it, right? Or is it?
Tell me what you're trying to do, and I'll tell you.
He's trying to like open it
Like how?
the,
Like you just trying to like overpower it, like trying to just
from
turn
behind
it more?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So roll.
Okay.
Roll strength.
All right. Oh, another 17.
Okay. It seems like it's giving way, but you feel like there is something pushing against you.
Mm.
So like you feel like it should open, like you feel like you put enough force on it, and you know because you opened it previously when Celeste was in there, so you know this isn't like some crazy door, right? But it feels like something's pushing against you, and you just, even with a 17, you just can't get it open.
So Ren is like, yeah, this door just feels like it's like magical. You know, I could do some magic, but this is just maybe a little bit too much for me. Hey, Perrin, you want to take a look at this door just to make sure I'm trying to open it the right way?
All right.
He's like doing a wink too. He's like,
Right.
All right. As you actually, why don't you go?
Oh, okay. So Perrin looks at these guys and he says, this particular portal needs to be unhinged. And he motions for both of them to move away. So he just Perrin arms open wide. Shout out to Star Trek. So Perrin waves both of them to the side, and he pulls up his pantaloons. He rubs his hands on his thighs, and he casts Shatter on the door.
Okay.
Can I say real quick, like Ren's like backing up and he's like, oh yeah, I can help with this. You know, I'm adding some extra strength for Perrin to open this door and say it to Corinne. So
like you're just like holding your head,
yeah,
like trying to muster up like a buff.
Okay. So I've got to ask as the character, as the player, I've got to ask the DM. So casting Shatter means that the object that is being shattered has to make a Constitution saving throw. So can the door make a Constitution saving throw, or can I?
Well, I'll say that the door. No, the door does not have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay,
but it does have health.
It does have health.
So, but it yeah.
So what you're saying is I automatically Perrin hits with his.
Yeah, let me see. How can I? You know what? Yeah, let's say I'll have the door make a saving throw. Why not?
Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
Why not? What is the?
Constitution saving throw of 16.
Mm.
All right, they do get 16.
Oh man, so it is.
So it's a half.
So it's half damage. Yeah. So, sorry guys. Let's do this. So 10 damage.
Okay. All right. Tell me how you do it.
So Perrin is rubbing he has rolled up his pants so that his like thighs or not his thighs, but his calves are exposed. And he's rubbing and he's kind of like creating friction on his hands. And he says, it's time for this portal to be unhinged. And he brings his hands from his thighs up his chest, beats on his chest, and then thunderclaps the shatter shockwave out towards the door.
I like that. Okay. As the shockwave propagates from your chest,
Right.
hits the door, and part of the door splinters. So you see the pieces fly off of this door, and then you see them kind of slow down, and you see them stop, and then you see them go right back into the door. It is very similar to when you were fighting the old
doppelgangers.
fogies,
Right.
and you tried to cut off hands, and they
yeah.
kind of split off and then reattached.
All right.
When you do that, the people that were milling around, they begin to speak. And they are saying this sort of like each person is saying a different word.
Okay.
And like what you hear is, take away the first letter from me and I murder. Take away the first two letters and I become sick. And they keep repeating this over and over.
Take away the first letter from me and I am murder. Take away the
First two letters and I become sick.
Oh, all right. So, Will, Rin, we need skill. We need skill to do this. Yeah.
What kind of skill? You know, I'm not good at puzzles.
Well,
All right. As you say skill, which, by the way, have you heard that before?
no,
Oh, good.
no.
That was that was very quick. I'm like, should I explain it? Or everybody else? Actually, no. Why don't you explain?
Well, Rin, since you don't seem to understand
I'm also crying, by the way. While
You okay?
if you take away the first letter of skill, you lose that S and you get killed. That is murder. But if you take away the first two letters, you become ill, which is sick.
Oh, see, this is why, like, you guys have to be around because I'm not smart with puzzles.
Well, I am not smart with managerial things, Rin. Therefore, we need to be a team.
That makes me feel a lot better.
We provide unsuspecting skills for all of us. That is why we are together.
All right. So time stopped as he was explaining.
Right.
Yeah, I was like,
It was like a Zach Morris timeout.
Yes.
It was a Zach Morris timeout to explain that to the people in the audience.
Time in.
Time in. Yeah. So as you do that, the door to the office opens.
Oh.
And what do you two do? Corinne is still on the ground, and he's pretty upset that y'all did this like without him.
oh,
And he's just like, oh. But it does open.
And what do we see?
Just go get the paladin and let's go. You don't see anything from here.
Oh. Okay.
Actually, it looks very dark in there. And it's very different from when you saw it because it looked like a regular room. And like, you could see it, but it almost looks too dark to see anything.
Perrin finds a coin or I want to roll an investigation just to know what odds and ends and knickknacks are around in the room. 8.
Okay.
By the way, I rolled a 2, so that's
I'd say the best thing you could find is like a maybe like some like a small piece of a shoe. So like a small piece of like kind of rubber.
Oh,
Kind of.
a small piece. Is it significant? Is it like
It's small.
so like the heel of a shoe?
Yeah, way smaller than that.
Oh man,
It's like the size of like a nerd candy.
Oh man, oh that's nothing. That is
it's like a little nugget of rubber.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could cast light on it.
So Perrin pulls out a
that's what you
coin out of his change purse.
Okay.
Just a copper piece, and he casts light on that copper piece. He's not going to make it a copper light. He's going to make it like a purple light. Is kind of like an amethyst. Would that be right?
Yeah,
amethyst.
Amethyst. Yeah.
Yeah. So a purple light, and as it starts to shine, he throws it into the doorway. Do I need to roll for?
No, you ain't roll for that. Yeah. All right, so you toss it in the doorway.
Yes.
You see you see a purple light go in there. Mm-hmm. You see it hit the ground, and you see light emanating from it in this darkness, but you can't make out anything. It doesn't look like it's lighting anything. It's just like
LED?
a bright light. Yeah, exactly.
Light emanating from this coin.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Light emanating from this, from that. Yeah. So like it just looks like just an LED on the ground. So it's not giving you any clues to what's in there, even though there is a light in there.
Okay, but at least the front of the room is illuminated in some way.
The front is not. So it's like it's a coin.
Right.
There's a lit coin like in the back of the room.
Oh.
So you see a lit coin, and there's some light around it,
but
the darkness is strong enough that it is like the light is not emanating to the outside.
Oh.
So it's like almost like if you put like there's like a lightning bug in there.
Oh,
like it's just
so
like,
how do I got excited because of that? I haven't seen it in a long time. It's like, oh, lightning bug.
Oh man, I used to catch lightning bugs, man. Back in the day.
Oh,
I used to catch them in like the mason jar kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I got excited. It's been a long time since I've seen
it. Yeah. I used to look forward to like when they came around.
Yeah, exactly. So I could trap them.
Yeah.
So, so then Corinne, you seem to be in a rush. Why don't you?
What, you guys can do everything apparently. Go in there.
And now it's your turn.
Go in there.
Now it's your turn to contribute.
And you did kill Thavius, so I think you should be the first one in there.
And you pushed me to the ground, so go ahead.
We got the door open.
I'll
that
wait
was
out
all
here.
I said. All I said was I was going to get a door open.
We got the door open? I heard Perrin mention.
I helped out. Did you not see what I was doing over here? That was happening.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It was a combo. There's just a little bit stronger energy than I anticipated.
It was like a telepathic, like a telepathic thing. All right, so
well, is Corinne gonna go?
He is getting up.
Okay.
He is walking into the room.
Okay.
He walks in. He goes into the darkness, and that's it. You see him walking in the darkness.
Corinne, what do you see?
You hear nothing.
Okay, Corinne. That was a funny game. Now, you can tell us what you see.
You hear nothing. You do hear a noise of someone coming down the stairs.
Mm.
From the stairs, not from inside.
No. From the stairs of the manor.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So someone's coming down the stairs.
Yeah, it sounds like someone's coming down the stairs.
Rin and Perrin look at each other because we're expecting to hear back from Corinne. Mm-hmm. We don't hear back from Corinne. Mm-hmm. Then we hear someone coming down the stairs. Mm-hmm. And we look at each other. And then, do you look at the stairs? Perrin looks at the stairs.
Okay. You see a okay, so like he's like a dark-skinned human, beautiful looking guy, long flowing braids, kind of has a light blue shirt on with an orange undershirt. It looks like kind of similar to Rin, that he has some gold on him as well. And like he has like these very high boots, and like his like blue shirt, he has like a matching blue, like sort of kind of like a cowl that sort of flats behind him like a cape. He does not look like a regular guest at this place. Like he looks like he's either regal or he looks like he's like, you know, someone important.
Oh, okay.
And he walks down and like says, I am Gideon. Who are you? And where's Thavius?
Wait, my friend. Beautiful outfit, by the way. But you misunderstand. It is not you who gets to ask the questions. It is you who gets to answer the questions.
Red is like, I think he can ask us questions though, Perrin.
He looks at like a
Oh, wait a minute. Does Rin have a... Rin is crushing. Rin's got a little
I think
crush.
he can ask us questions.
this is a beautiful looking guy. So if you were crushing on anyone, it would completely be Gideon. He's a looker.
Right.
And he comes down and he basically says, questions.
Do you have to ask us anything?
Where's Thavius?
Oh, he's been. We can't find him currently, but he was with us earlier.
Well, where is he? I need to talk to him.
We can't find him. Do you want us to help you find him?
All right. He looks at like both of you. He sees this door open with sort of this black a space, and then he looks over and he sees the sword in the ground.
Yes.
And he said, whose sword is that?
Well, it was an elf who went into that room. If you hurry, maybe you'll be able to find him.
Yeah, he's over that way, but we can come follow you if you need any help.
All right. He's going to walk. So he's at the base of the stairs at this point. So he walks up where he's sort of like right next to both of you.
Yes.
And
Does he smell good?
he smells excellent. This is perfect. He smells excellent. Like this dude, like as I said, he is not like a regular guest at the manor. He seems like he's like, you know, somewhere else. He looks at both of you and says, if you don't tell me where Thavius is, there will be trouble.
Well, I perhaps it was unheard by you, but we already did. The man who ran into the room also ran after Thavius. So, ipso facto.
All right.
Yes, he's in that room.
Okay. All right. Well, he says, so he walks away from the room, walks toward the sword, picks up the sword, and says, I guess I'll have to handle this myself. Roll for initiative.
I was.
Let's fight the beautiful Gideon.
Why would he do this to me?
7.
Oh, I got a 5.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Get. Oh, no. Actually, no. I forgot to add the modifier. So Gideon has a 6. So it's like,
the lowest initiative
yeah,
ever.
I know. Yeah. So Perrin goes first.
Perrin looks up at this man wistfully, and he says, that was pretty unwise. I will take no pleasure in killing you. And Perrin looks at the sword and he casts the cantrip Blade Ward on himself. So he does a couple of hand gestures. So Perrin looks up at Gideon and he goes, ho, ho. And he does the Janet Jackson 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 from Rhythm Nation. And then you see like there's a glow over Perrin.
Okay. And then Rhythm Nation starts playing.
Yes. Yes. We are a part of the rival nation.
Okay. All right. So Gideon, who, as you're doing this, he is like sort of tossing his braids around.
Okay.
Because he's so beautiful. And they're just
what
perfect,
was the dude's name in A Different World? The light-skinned dude. Was it?
Brace?
Yeah. He was like, he had a short role, like a couple of episodes, but all the girls loved him.
I don't know.
He was a light-skinned dude with light eyes, and he had braids. He was like Shaza, yeah. Yeah, it was like Shaza Zulu or
Shaba.
Yes.
Yeah.
Moxie Pristan.
But yeah, so Gideon, not impressed.
Okay.
But he does notice that Ren seems a little, kerfuffled by him. He's the kind of guy that's used to this.
Okay.
So he decides to focus on Ren.
What did I do?
And he turns, he looks at you. When he looks at you, it almost looks like someone is like blowing a wind machine in front of him.
Oh, boy.
Like his braids start to like fly up and he's just standing there looking like he's in a commercial. And he's going to do Withering Gaze on you.
Oh, no.
You have to make a DC 15 con throw.
Okay. Ooh, I got a 15.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So that means you take half damage.
Okay. So let it not hurt too much.
So he's gonna try to like do this, but like the fake wind machine is almost too much, so it kind of makes his gaze like his gaze it like doesn't quite get to you. So. Oh wow! Oh my god!
What?
Oh man!
All right, so you only take half, so like you take 15 points of damage.
Ouch! Still.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is just from his gaze.
Oh my
And
god.
like
Okay.
it is necrotic damage.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
God. Okay.
Yep. So Gideon's beauty has afflicted you.
Ow. It hurts. Okay,
right,
I'm
you're
gonna
up
change
next.
my tactic then. I was gonna do.
I'm gonna run up and hug him.
I almost did that. Let me see. Well, yeah, that okay. So, yeah, at this point, Ren kind of wakes up out of it. He's like, "Well, I was on your side. How dare you? Okay, you know what? Then I'm gonna, I want to stab you in the heart." Because that hurt me.
Wow, what a turn! What a
Turn of events.
Yeah, I just like.
Well, he hurt your heart.
He hurt my heart by doing
his
that,
heart.
and now I
Yes.
want to stab him in his heart.
There you go. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I want to take out my daggers, and I'm gonna try to like aim it at his heart.
Okay.
So let's see if I can actually.
Are you trying to throw them or like?
I'm gonna try to-
or
he's gonna
like
try
run
to-
up and get him.
How close? How close?
He's within 30 feet, so like you could go up and get him, or you could try to throw him.
Yeah, Ren is pissed, so I'm gonna try to run up.
All right.
So
Get
let's
up
see if I
close
can.
and comfortable.
Up in his
Can I hit
face.
though? Is the question. I don't know.
Yeah, you can do it.
All right. Okay, I got a 19.
Okay, you hit him.
Okay, and then let me get my damage out. Okay, so that is 3 points damage. Okay, I can't do 2 actually. So okay, yeah, Ren's gonna run, and he's gonna try to like jump on him.
Oh wow!
And then like
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Wow.
All right. So like a half Hurricane Rana.
yeah.
So like you were running towards him and then you swung around him.
That would see. Let's do that because I haven't seen notes in a long time.
And then
A man scorned.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
So and then Ren just gets on top of it and he just like
and
Okay.
just like
stabs him.
right.
two-handed overhand.
So you do hit him, and he reacts to it. Do you? I'll say it is enough movement that you could disengage after and move back to where you were, or do you want to stay in front of him?
I don't know. I feel like that's a little kind of crazy. Okay, let me back up because that's a little crazy. I don't want to like be that crazy.
Okay.
Over somebody
All right.
just met.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So he you do pierce him, and he kind of looks down and he seems pretty enraged that you damaged his beauty. So he like doesn't reel back, but he feels it a little bit. All right. So back up to Perrin.
All right. So Perrin is witnessing that his vanity is a thing that is important to him. So Perrin looks at him and he says, "Your beauty disgusts me." And he casts Ray of Sickness
Okay.
on him.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw of 16.
Okay. Passes.
Ooh, use. Oh my bad.
And
There is So it's not even. You don't even get half damage. So, Perrin says, "Your beauty disgusts me," and he, Emperor Palpatine style, sticks out his hands, and this sickish green lightning shoots out at his hands, and it goes straight towards Gideon. And right before it hits Gideon, it just falls limply to the floor.
okay. Yeah, and to answer the question in the chat, yes, the guests are milling around. They do not seem to be reacting to what is happening. They're still milling around. So a little weird.
Yeah.
Even the guy with his drink,
Right.
just milling around.
All right. Yeah.
All right, so back to Gideon. Again, Rin, you destroyed his beauty. He is going to run up to you in a bit of a rage.
Oh Lord.
And he is going to, and he is kind of like put his sword back. So he is going to swing at you with his fists
Oh.
of fury.
Don't hit me too hard.
All right, does an 11 hit you?
No.
All right, so he swings wildly because he's like, and he just misses, and he goes for his second attack
Boy.
with his other fist. All right, does a 25 hit you?
Yep.
Okay, all right. All right, so you take 16 points of damage
Ooh, jeez.
from one
Okay.
punch.
Oh.
And so like he swings wildly with like the first one, and it kind of puts him off balance a bit. But he brings his arm in to conserve his angular momentum, so he spins a little bit faster, hits you with the second one square in the jaw. Okay. And it just hits you in the face. And he does not disengage. He stays directly in front of you.
Well, that's rude.
And he's just staring at you, enraged, after he does this.
Okay. So he's like literally like right in front of
He
me.
is
Right?
right in front of you
Okay.
in his majestic glory.
Okay. So okay. So sticking with the themes of knives and stabbing, I want to cast Ice Knife, and he would have to make a dexterity throw of 14. Okay. Yeah.
All right, he crit fails.
Okay.
Oh,
cool.
boy.
Okay. All right. So I got to roll for damage. Okay. So if you do a dexterity fail, it's a 2d6 damage.
Okay.
Okay. Do I have? All right. Hopefully I can math right. Okay. 6. So 8. How close are you again?
Like 5 feet. So like definitely close enough to stab for sure.
Okay.
Like he was close enough to punch you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you could definitely stab.
I'm trying to, cause Ren now knows that like the beauty thing is a thing. So he, so basically, I create a shard of ice, and then like I want to like slice his face
Oh, okay.
to try to make it worse. Like like you know that Final Fantasy 8 thing where they did the scar thing across the eye.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, Red's gonna grab him by the back of his head, and he's gonna be like, you really hurt my jaw, you really hurt my heart, but I'm gonna hurt you even more. And then he just like takes the ice knife and like,
Wow.
Okay. Why don't you and like we will end after this, but why don't you roll to see if you make a scar?
ooh, okay,
Yeah. Why don't you roll to see if
because
you
I really
make
would like a scar. That'd be great. 19.
Oh man.
Oh, wow.
Dude. Tell me how you do it.
Okay. After he does this, then
This is a slice.
this
across
blood
the
just is
cheek.
like going across his face.
across
And
the
then you
eye.
see-
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
All across his face.
slashing
And then,
across the bridge of his nose.
I see
from his
Ren doing
eyebrow
some
to
weird
his
thing where
cheek.
he like takes a piece of blood from his finger and it licks it and it like pushes him back like that.
Wow. Oh my god.
First of all, I love like Latia's comment is not now he's even hotter with the scar. Now he's like a battle wound. All right, so we are running out of time, so we will end there. So we'll end in the middle of the fight with Gideon. Well, let me see. It's 1:53. You know what? Let's spend a couple more minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let's just wrap it up.
Okay.
All right, so you are next.
So what happened to Gideon after the scar?
He's just there. He is still in front of Ren, and he is kind of recoiling from being sliced in the face.
So Perrin looks at him again and says, "This scar will perhaps make you desirable to unwanted people or a person's unwanted." So he now casts Ray of Sickness again
Okay.
at the 4th level on him. So Constitution saving throw of 16.
22.
Shiza. Oh man, I was ready. I was ready. Nothing happens. So this time, Perrin, he looks up at him and he winks, and you see the lightning or that sickish green hue coming from his fingertips, but this time it's like powering up. And now it's each beam, you can see each beam individually coming out of his fingertips. So it's like 10 huge beams coming out, and they go straight towards Gideon. And as soon as they get towards Gideon, they kind of like, they go to penetrate his skin, and they just go around and dissipate and fall to the ground again.
Just sick with it.
Again. And Perrin is beside himself.
Yeah.
You can actually see Perrin's head just kind of go down.
Okay.
He has done no damage to this guy.
No damage.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back to Gideon. He is holding his face. Oh man, Ren, you start to see a look of shame in his eyes. First, he was enraged when he came up to punch you. Now he looks like ashamed that he allowed someone to scar his face. And he's going to use all of his movement to go into that room with the darkness and disappear.
Whoa, wait, what?
I was about to throw some stuff at him. I was ready. I was like, how dare you?
Yep. So like he's going to use his movement to disengage from the fight and go into the office, right? That you saw Corinne disappear into.
Elise and everyone else potentially.
So,
son of a bitch.
As your last thing, do you want to chase him or do you want to stay?
Oh yeah, I'm chasing. I have my knife out. I'm running. I'm running in there with the knife and ready to follow right behind.
Do you follow?
Yes, because everyone's there except for Duo.
All right. Duo is still in the kitchen.
Right.
So he does not come out though.
Right.
So as usual, you guys leave Duo. And he's gonna come out like, wait, what? What's going on? Why are you always leaving me here? And that's where we're gonna end. That's a more satisfying ending. Okay, so if you have any questions for our characters, so that's any character or NPC in the game today or anywhere in the season, feel free to ask. Put the word question in the chat, followed by your question to one of our characters, and we will answer with precision. So like you could ask Rin, or like Perrin, you can ask Celise. Before she got whisked off, you could ask Corinne. You can ask Gideon, Davius. Fancy guy who we still haven't named yet.
Yeah.
But and
Gotta find out what that drink is, if it was good or not.
And of course you can ask, Duo. He's always up for some questions. Question, Corinne, are you through with these peeps? Okay. So like Corinne says, I just can't believe they have the audacity to have destroyed my family and still question my character. I have something to prove. I will try it with them. If I can't work with them, I will try someone else. But I deserve justice. That is Corinne. Question, why is Rin chasing this man? Why are you chasing this man?
After being in the presence of such a handsome fellow and me offering to, help him out with him, and for him to just punch me in the jaw, that hurt. And you know what? That broke my heart because I don't share my heart with a lot of people. And for him to just come through and do that and stomp all over me, I will take my revenge on that.
Rin, the guy who secretly got married, went on a bender.
That's true, but it's been a little bit. It's season 6, so it's been a little bit of time.
Several seasons ago. It's forgotten about. All right,
Question for Duo.
Yes.
Where did everyone go?
I mean, look, I'm used to it by now. I mean, I'm just gonna manage the mana until they get back. I mean, like they want me to take care of them. Who knows? Question for Rin, how do you deal with moments like this? Wine, chocolate, shopping? How do you deal with handsome but awful objects of your flirting?
Oh wow, I feel like I'm gonna answer this personally a little bit. How does Rin deal with moments?
How does Rin deal with this?
Yes.
Not Brent.
Okay, I was like,
Yes.
probably just a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of wine is always a good start,
So all of those things. All of the above.
All the above.
All the above.
Okay, what kind of chocolate? Do you like a milk chocolate? You like a dark chocolate?
Yeah.
What kind of
White
you
chocolate.
like a semi
I like.
chocolate?
Well, Ren would like the chocolate that has like a little tint of like strawberry in it, and like a little fruity chocolate that have like oranges in there. No limes though. No limes.
No limes in the chocolate. All right. Question for Celise. Why did you get snatched through a door? You know better.
That wasn't really a question, person who plays Celise.
Yeah, exactly. That is a question. But we are under obligation to answer any question.
Occasionally.
So I have to answer it.
Right.
All right. and you know, because Celise is in the chat, there will be no Southern Belle voice.
Only because she's in the
Only
chat.
because she's in the chat.
I do declare.
So Celise says, I really suspected, like we did not see him in that office. I just had to double check and see if he somehow got out. I normally don't fall for this kind of stuff, but no one's perfect. That was a good way of like couching it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. All right,
Question for Fancy Guy. How does this drink taste?
Drink taste?
Wait,
That is a Fancy Guy spitting the drink on the ground.
Wow.
So
I thought it was a perfect drink.
That's what he thinks.
No, I'm sad.
Question for Gideon: what's your grooming routine? And list every step slowly. If somebody can keep track of the other questions, I will attempt to do this. All right.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you asked. What's the name? Crazy Flower? I'm glad you asked, Crazy Flower. Speaking of crazy flowers, you do seem like quite a delectable flower that I would love to put in my vase, if you know what I mean. Anyway, my grooming routine, I literally just stand around and things happen. Things glisten, things arrange their ways. You know, I've never had to put much effort into my looks. It just happens. All right. What was the
question for Perrin? Do you plan on trying to save Celise so that she forgives you or feels a little bit more positive towards you?
Okay.
Well, of course Celise secretly feels positively towards Perrin. How could she not? I am Perrin Underbow. So, I will save Celise because I love her and she is my sister. And that is what family does. Whether she feels positively or positively unwanted by me is immaterial. Celise gets saved because that's what Perrin does.
All right. As we're getting threatened by Celise dying in the chat. What was the next
question for Duo? What is your worst nightmare?
Oh, got it. So I had this crazy nightmare where I was like working in the streets. I was working for a bugbear. I was surrounded by all these other kobolds. Then I see the bugbear get killed. He just gets taken out. And then somebody, this like weird guy, he like brainwashes me and like all my brothers. And then some of my brothers kill my other brothers. And then I go to a theater. I get in like a trench coat. I don't know what's going on. And then all of a sudden I'm like running a mana and like I don't know how to run a mana, but like somebody gave me a D. So like I'm doing it. It was the crazy. Oh, wait.
That really happened.
Wait. Next question.
There was a question for Perrin. What do you do when the person giving the info is death?
Okay. Okay.
Well, even for death, there are worse things than death. Death has already experienced death. It is well versed in death. But death is not well versed in Perrin Underbow.
Wow. Okay. Sweet.
Following to Soman Papers.
I thought that said disembowelment.
That's what I thought it said first.
I was like, is that a paladin thing? Like before you disembowel someone, you have to file paperwork? Question for Thavius. So how's the afterlife?
It is
we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know, but I'll say Thavius is. I'll give you guys a little bit. I'll say Thavius is on. It looks like a beach. He's just like laying there. He's dressed very comfortably. He has a glass of some kind of substance that he's drinking, and like he's like, it's pretty good, pretty good. And then you see people coming out of the river, and they look manic as they're coming out of this river.
Oh crap! Okay.
So that's his opinion. I think we missed some other questions, but I see this one. Question for Duo. What are the drink specialties in the manor? Define special. I mean, because it's kind of relative, right? I mean, to me, special is whatever I can scrounge around and it fits in a bowl, in a mug, in a cup. I mean, like, there's a lot of specials out there, but I don't want to have the same thing. Like, that's boring, right? So I just mix some stuff up. I call it something. I sell it, and it's good. So that is Duos. Was there another? I thought
there were. Okay. I don't think that was it.
All right, so we're good. Yeah. Thank you for the questions in the chat. Yeah. Thank you also. I did not see who won the bundle.
Yeah, it was,
but great job, whoever entered that in and won it. So let's do our outros then. Share name, character, and what you're doing, and your socials and stuff. Starting with Brandon.
I'm Brandon Sinis. I played Ren Leadon. You can find me on social media on Twitter at I am Brandon TV. You can find me on Twitch at I am Brandon. Finally, I'll be able to start streaming again.
Yeah.
That'll be happening. I'm not sick like I was. What's coming up? C2E2, because we're going to be doing a live show there, but I plan on being there all weekend. I'll be starting back up next week my podcast with Pumpkinberry called Leaving Normal, which is if you ever watched the 90s 90s alien show Roswell, that's what we talk about. I think that's it when it comes to other stuff right now. Yeah.
Sweet.
Hey guys, I am Cicero Holmes. I played Perrin Underbow. You can find me on all social media platforms at Stubby Stan. Things that are coming up, you can hear my voice if you like this voice. It is also for hire, but if you like this voice, you can hear my voice on the Discovery Debrief podcast, where we talk about the latest trek into, or we talk about the latest trek into the Final Frontier. Right now, it is Star Trek Picard. Current episodes are airing right now, so you can hear us there. You can also find me here on twitch.tv/little_red_dot on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific for the finale of Teens in Space. This Wednesday, check us out. And additionally, I will be appearing on this week's episode of Vidya Game Apocalypse.
Oh, Vidya Game.
Vidya Game Apocalypse, part of the Laser Time Network. So you can check that out. Check out all of my social media for information there. You can find me at C2E2 with my fellow rivals and the Rivals Nation, where we will be broadcasting on March 1st at 12 noon Central Time.
Yep.
Room
live. S0404.
Yeah. And I do also plan to be around most of the weekend at C2E2. So if you can find me, give me a hug. You can also find me today at the United Center watching the All-Star Game. So if you happen to be at the United Center and you happen to see your favorite bard, and your favorite bard happens to be me, you can give me a hug. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before I give mine, I want to give a shout out to Tanya. So make sure to go to Cypher of Tyr, CYPHER of TYR. She is that username on all social networks, and also I Need Diverse Games, her business that helps with diversity in the industry. So like make sure to check her out. She is currently, as we said before, in like LA on like a fellowship, but she will be back for next week's show. The C2E2 show will not be broadcast. We will be recording it to release later, though, so we couldn't get a broadcasting room. So we're going to have a show next week, but the week after, if you're not at C2E2, there will not be a show on Twitch. But like we will share that show the following weekend on the 8th, okay? So like there will be a show next week on a Twitch. There will not be a show on the 1st on Twitch, but if you are at C2E2, you will see the show that will later be on Twitch on the 8th.
Yes.
If that makes any sense.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm Sharif Jackson. You can find me at sharifjackson.com. SHAREEF Jackson.com. Also Sharif Jackson on all social networks. Of course, I'll be at the C2E2 live show DMing. And very happy that Lady Tiefling will be there as well, making her debut as a rival. That will be awesome. And also Serena, Marie will also be on the live show as well. And also I want to give a special shout out to Serena because she was on a podcast called Paired Pod, where she did a hilarious voice of a AI, kind of similar to her voice on a Jackbox on a Party Pack 6, where it was hilarious. So check out Paired Pod Season 2, Episode 10 called Vamp.
Right. So yeah.
Very, very funny stuff.
Follow Serena X Marie on Twitter.
Yeah.
And at Carlos Crits on Twitter.
Yes, we will still shout them out even though they're not here. They're still in our hearts.
Yes.
So with that, we will see y'all next week. Peace.